You guys are probably going to hate me, but I think I'm going to call here. Oh, hello, Kings. Didn't see you there. Hello, Top Set. Nice of you to join us. I don't know how often that ace is going to really improve him, but he is going to lead out for $9.99. Small little teaser raise. Hello, full house. Seems like a good board for us. Hello and welcome to the final night of the Andrew Neeme Show, starring the MICOOP, live from downtown Michigan, playing on PokerStars Michigan. Thanks for tuning in. The chat is a go, led off by Drew Purley first into the chat this evening, followed quickly by Charles Gray, John Doe rounding out the top three. We got Gokan in there. We got Dwayne Alexander in there quickly. Mark Kelly, a couple members of the channel. Checking out those green drones, putting those to work. I'm at work. I can't watch. Mark Kelly, you knew this was going to happen. How do you not call in sick for the final night? Don't worry. We're just chilling tonight, actually, Mark. It's fine. Just playing the $100 event here on PokerStars, the nightly stars with a $30K guaranteed prize pool. And then later tonight, also playing this guy. Just a little $20 crumb. Heads up, turbo, progressive, 10K guaranteed. So it's a heads up tournament. I also think it's a Zoom tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Yes, I believe that Z. This is a Zoom tournament. Never in my life have I played a heads up Zoom tournament. Should be interesting. Oh snap, I got here early today. What's up, Connor R? Thanks for checking in early. SZZBDD. Hello. Nico Mendoza, Greg Livingston, Jeff Barber. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, my friend. Gare Grimsrud. GG, I'm just going to call you until you tell me how to pronounce your name. Alicia Kramer, Ian P, Turquoise, Thomas Hill, Timothy Smith, Pianozoid, Jeff Barber, Stephen Manheim. Yo, happy Monday, everybody. Hope your guys' week is off to an okay start. Hopefully you guys aren't looking at the stock market. Don't do that unless you're shorting it. Hello, Sean Burrow. Good luck on your last day. Greatly enjoyed watching over the last week. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for the $5. It's been a long week, you guys. This is the 8th day in a row of streaming, I think. Is that right? Yeah. Is that right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 9th day. Is this the 9th day in a row? It's a lot of days in a row. This is a young man's game. The bad news is I might be starting to get worn down from all this streaming and grinding. That's the bad news. The good news is that my C- game isn't really far off from my A+ game, because my A+ tournament game is shit anyway. So that's the good news. Time to get 9-bet with aces. Ha! Remember that, Tyler? Except it was us doing the 9-betting. Or no, I guess he did the 9-betting. I did the calling. Any of you guys tune into Spraggy's broadcast this afternoon? He was playing the Sunday Million on PokerStars from jolly old England. He had a very interesting hand with pocket aces that I do not envy him about. I was wondering why you guys were so quiet. It's because you were watching the pocket kings hand, I think. I was wondering if the chat was frozen or if the stream was frozen or something. Jeff Butler, Timothy Smith. Here's hoping for some run good. Watching from Scotland. Your content is great. Shout out to Scotland. I've been there. Long time ago. It's like I haven't been there. It was so long ago. I was a different man. I don't know if I was even a man yet. I probably wasn't. I was 21 years old, but are you really a man? At what point does a boy become a man? These are the questions you tune into the Andrew Neeme stream for. Find the answers. So I never play 5-10 on PokerStars, but I did for the first time ever last night. In the 15th hand, I get aces on a King 6-6 Ace Queen board. We get it all in the river, and he has sixes. Whoa. Sick one, man. Hello, Trotty TV. Hello, Aaron, Jeff J. Hello, Bruce Lansom. What's up, Matt Pills TV? Otmain R. Gilberto. I thought online poker was only allowed in Nevada and New Jersey. Is Michigan on the list now as well? What other states allow that? Michigan is on the list. It is not pooled with those other states yet, so we're just playing against people that are in Michigan. Got to be located within the state's borders. But as of pretty recently, Michigan is a go. This is the only platform that is launched so far for this market. This platform being PokerStars. But yeah, it's great to be in the mix. Give it a few months or so and hope that we can see PokerStars merge in with Pennsylvania to answer your second part of your question. Pennsylvania has also launched. Delaware. And that's about it. But I think West Virginia has passed online gaming. They're just not up and running yet. How was your MICOOP, says Ani. Not profitable, but glad we came out here. I'm glad to throw a bunch of streams together, put the word out about Michigan. I say not profitable without even having finished today yet. So first place in this tournament at the moment. It'll keep changing as entrants continue. 6K or so for first place for this thing. So that would make my MICOOP profitable. So we'll see what happens. But we're not down that much. Let's see. To break even, we would need like 6th place. Did you make it deep in any of the tournaments? We've got 4 small cashes. 4 cute little cashes, as Kevin Martin would say. What's up, Thomas Gould, Joel Sherman, Matthew Maines, John Peters, Stephen Walker. Happy new week. Love to trade 2009. Market's looking ugly past 2 weeks. I'm getting bummed. How are your stocks doing, Andrew? Torched, scorched earth policy. Good news is that cryptocurrency seems to have detached from the market. So there is that, at least. And that makes up a reasonable percentage of my portfolio. So life goes on. Sion Buckley watching from Wales. UK seems to be well represented. That's cool. Watching from Michigan. PokerStars is here, finally. You playing this, John Norris? You in the mix? Find the answer in the book. Almost a man now. There you go. PP for life. You guys come here for answers. I read the answers out loud that chat provides. My job is done. Flop seems worth a wager. Chips and Cheese is going to do the wagering for us. See what happens. Wayne Wilkins, you can get a shout out. He says he's watching from Barcelona, hoping to be able to play a WPT or EPT at some point here again. Good luck. Yeah. Hoping there's another Barcelona trip in my near future. One of the best cities in the world. How did you do yesterday? We added another cache. We're on the board once again. As mentioned, 4 caches during this series. All of the cute variety. Nothing real meaty. Nothing of major substance. Stephen Smith says he's having problems getting into PokerStars. I haven't had any problems. I got disconnected like a couple times. But it sorted itself out really quickly. Surprisingly, all of the technology that I'm running here, running this broadcast, it's all run pretty smoothly. So internet is done well. I've talked about this before, but basically, good thing to do when you're going to an Airbnb or if you're traveling and you want to make sure the internet is going to be powerful enough, I guess, fast enough, you can message the host. So on Airbnb, you can always message before you book something. So I messaged the host, the listing company of this unit, and asked, "How fast is the internet? Run a speed check, please." It was acceptable. The end. Needs to be at least 10 megabits per second upload. So says my buddy Andre of Run It Up fame, Team Run It Up fame. Dwayne Alexander would love for you guys to hit the like button. Appreciate the nudges, Dwayne. He says there's 300 people here and only 33 likes. No more meetup games with you and Brad. You guys still cool? We're still cool. Only problem is there's a pandemic. So kind of tough to run a big social event with that sort of thing going on. We don't really want to take any risks, especially one where we could be held responsible for something. Wouldn't want you guys to get sick attending some silly little event that a couple of poker players put together. But it shouldn't be too long before we're able to fire everything up again. Looks like we're on a fantastic trajectory with the way the virus is calming, chilling out, and the vaccine doing its job. Should only improve as more supplies come. Down 1.5K from being up 1K. Started trading daily 2 months ago. Going to be some bumps in the road, I would imagine. Just hopped on and noticed the stream. We'll be playing some MICOOPs, though. Nice. Might see you. I'll see you at the final table there, John Norris. Andrew, when are you doing the MICOOP stream with Joe Stapleton? Glad you asked. Liquid Steel. I don't have the time, but I do know it's tomorrow evening. Let me find out. Let me send a message to old Hardigan. Stapes, Hardigan, and Neeme tomorrow night will be broadcasting the final table of the main event of the MICOOP, which I did not make. Spoiler alert, I did not win the main event of this tournament series. But cards up, final table. Me and 2 professional broadcasters. Any meetup games planned with you and Brad? You guys seem to be running solo lately. We, contrary to popular belief, we are actually not the same person. We are 2 different people living 2 separate lives. We are not married. We each have our own separate significant others, doing our own thing out there in the world, and occasionally getting together to bring all of you guys together for a fun night of poker that we call meetup games. But as I just mentioned, as you might have heard me just mention, a little tough to do it right now under the current circumstances, but I am confident that it won't be too long before we can combine forces once again and do it. By do it, I mean host a meetup game. Mariano, is today the day? Today could be the day for our greatest min cash yet. If you guys like watching poker vlogs, let me repeat that. Check out Mariano. Just search Mariano Poker. Headed to Vegas Wednesday. You got a favorite sushi joint? I have a reservation at Kabuto. Sounds like you're way ahead of the game. Way ahead of things. If you're going to Kabuto, I think you'll be pleased. Boosie took me there for my birthday one year, and it was great. Those were like the best individual bites of sushi that I've ever had. If you want like an all-you-can-eat spot, we like Sushi Kaya, which is on Spring Mountain. It's a good spot. Hello, Silverlicious. All-star moderator. As Ed Thorpe, hedge fund manager and card counter pioneer, says it best, you are better off investing in low commission index funds. Even most hedge fund managers cannot beat the market, and neither will you. Yeah, but I'm special, okay? I'm special, Rams and Dodgers fan. Ed Thorpe didn't know me. I've never met Ed Thorpe. He doesn't know anything about me. I, my friend, am special. Look at that. Think positive. Will it into existence. Hello, ladies. Lots of limping to be found on PokerStars Michigan. Quick isolation raise. Not to be deterred by that. My number pad wasn't working. He could have been trapping pre-flop. We block a bunch of draws. So he could easily have been trapping with kings and aces here pre-flop, since it's going to be somewhat snug ranges, under the gun limp, and then the next guy to act raises. I won't be folding, even though I don't necessarily Love it, because what would he be raising for value with here? 10 seems like a call. I've given him an attractive price to just flat call. Anyway, he could have a random jack as well. Could have ace jack suited, king jack suited. I don't know if we beat anything that he's raising for value, but just the fact that it's a $100 tournament, we can rebuy. And I've seen some crazy stuff here, and it's pocket queens. We have some backdoors. We can always hit a queen. Ace jack is a good hand. So is a running flush, though. I pretty much was like resigned to the fact that we were losing that hand and decided to call anyway. It's kind of hard to know when you're playing in a new player pool when you are seeing all sorts of interesting things in like the low to low mid stakes events. Hard to know where someone is. So I think if that was like a different kind of scenario that's not, you know, so specific to this kind of a spot. I don't know. No one likes to tune in to watch a nit either. I was sort of resigned to just rebuying there. How much for first in the main event? The answer is $56,398. Here are your main event payouts. The final table has almost been reached. Sexy Caitlin is in the mix. That is, from what I've been told, not actually that player's name, but we've seen Sexy Caitlin in a few of the tournaments. Apparently a multi-table tournament professional. I don't believe it's a female. I believe it's actually a male person, male poker player. So yeah, a lot of money for first. I'm seeing the I heard the notification, but I don't see it in my chat box. For some reason, the chat box seems to be freezing occasionally. Here we are, Ben Adler. Oh, hey, buddy. Steak, thumbs up. Sushi, thumbs down. Ben, since you sent that in a super chat, no penalty. No penalty for you. Super chats get a little bit more leeway. I'm eagerly awaiting the messages from that queen's hand as we are on a delay. In before aces or jack 10 of diamonds. Pretty good guess. 4-minute delay, guys. So everything that you are watching happened 4 minutes ago. I can see your messages immediately after you type them, and then I react to them. You guys just have to wait 4 minutes for my reaction to reach your eyeballs and your eardrums. Hey, Ben says, finally you suck out. That's right. I mean, I was way overdue based on the number of times I was just running into it. What a nit roll. I was trying to explain things to the audience. I'm sure he understands I have a stream to run. No one likes to watch it. Imagine if I just folded queens. Happily call here. I hate it when you have trips and a flush ruins your day. Can't let it ruin your entire day, Jason Frey. One hand a day does not make. Quote it, print it, put it on the wall of your dentist office. One poker hand a day does not make. Imagine if you walked into your optometrist's office and that sign was on the wall. You would say, this optometrist knows what he's talking about. Sixes are obviously way good. Do you enjoy psychedelics? I've never really tried the Garbage Man can. Have you guys tried? Thumbs up or thumbs down? If you could resurrect any defunct Vegas casino, which one would it be? I mean, I guess from personal experience, it would be the Boardwalk Casino because that is the first casino property, hotel property that I ever stayed at in Vegas. I'm not necessarily saying that there's anything special or interesting that needs to be resurrected at the Boardwalk. Let's see. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, talk about their memories of like the Stardust or like the Frontier. It's hard for me to really know because I didn't live those memories. I would love to be able to like, man, how much would you guys pay? Let's say you could go to Vegas in like, I don't know, the 50s or the 60s. What year did the Flamingo open? Let me look it up. 1946. All right, so imagine you could go there around that time. How much would you guys pay to go to the Flamingo in 1946? Well, it opened on December 26th, so we'll say 1947. How much would you guys pay to be able to do that? That's what I would want to do. There's no like particular hotel that I especially miss and that would want resurrected. But just to be able to go back in time and be able to see Vegas back in the old days, boy, would that be a treat. Hey man, are you usually multi-tabling or just playing one table? Good luck. Usually multi-tabling. Here's the thing though with multi-tabling. The more that you spread your attention, I would say the less edge you'll have on any one particular table. We're going to turn this into a little 3-bet bluffski. I would guess that like 2 or 3 tables is probably my sweet spot. Don't know what he's doing. Don't know why he would choose to check call then lead. I guess maybe so he can get value from his King X hands. Even though we turn a pair, I think I'm just going to fold this. Imagine that he would check raise some percentage of the time with his good draws. Pretty sizable bet there on the turn. So essentially we were bluffing both pre-flop and on the flop. We do turn some equity on the turn, but we don't really beat that many hands. We beat his draws. We only beat his draws. Those hands are still going to be performing okay versus us. He bet 6,900 and he only has 12,766 left. I think we can just kind of chalk it up to a failed bluff. I made my first tourney cash yesterday. Win this one, Andrew. Eugene, nice work. Congratulations on your first ever tourney cash. Is that your first ever tourney cash or your first MICOOP tourney cash? When was the last time you vomited from drinking, and where were you? It's been a while now. Honestly, do not recall. It's my longest streak ever. So that's good. I might be becoming a man. As mentioned earlier, we were discussing at one point. Surprised neither villain fired a shot on the river there. Probably talking about the sixes hand. Let's see what they had. We were up against Ace King that opened up, and 5-7 of spades that flat called pre, and with no equity, hardly any equity, turned a bad gut shot straight draw. That's about it. Ace King going to be the best hand a lot of the time. 5-7 just not enjoying the board whatsoever. Could have been worth a stab, I suppose. I was folding. I still have my Boardwalk Players card. What's up, Kevin Berg? Who else we got? OEO, Van Voord, Adam Quinn. Hello, Beyond the Ordinary. Simon, welcome back. Arash Parsi knew the answer very quickly. 1946 for the Flamingo. No HUD feels bad, man. We're just feeling our way through these tournaments. Imagine how much we would be slaying if we had a HUD, a heads-up display. We'd be rich. Would you fight in World War II in Japan for 3 years so you could go to Vegas afterwards? I doubt it. Kind of doubt it. Do I look like a man to you that has any business fighting in World War II in Japan? I would love it. I would pay every cent to my name, says John Doe, to be able to go back in time and go to the Flamingo. Do you make enough in the cash games to pay for these tournaments? I'm down overall on the trip, but I make enough playing the actual cash games that I have grinded for a living and also document them on YouTube to be able to pay for this trip. No USB charging options in 1947. That's very true. You know, that sort of thing crossed my mind as well. Not going to be able to use Google Maps, but the town should be a lot more easy to navigate. You're probably not going to go too far off the strip because there isn't much of anything off the strip. And you can always ask for directions. 2 to 3 tables would put me to sleep. I definitely find 2 to 3 tables, I can play like 8 tables. I just don't know how much of an edge I'll have. I can grind out the rake back. But maybe if I just took a break like every hour, which I'm not very good at. Not very good at doing, scheduling. Did you stop mail time because people started using you as free advertisement? I wasn't really worried about it too much. I mean, I guess occasionally it did seem a little silly. If somebody was sending me a hat that I would never wear, and it's like for their business to just get a shout out. But a lot of times it's just like people sending fun things, like a $1 chip from a casino or something. Built a nice little chip collection from people doing that. I was in the Flamingo in '76. There were beaucoup comps back then, unlike now. I can imagine. Can only imagine. could fly your drone in 1947 Vegas and be the crazy future spaceman. I think like just the way that you would speak, the language that you would use, your accent's probably changed a little bit perhaps. You'd probably stand out and people would wonder, what is this guy's deal? Not sure how much, but we did going back to old school Vegas. I'd like to see the Rat Pack at the Sands and count single deck blackjack. The dream. The dream, dude. How common is Adderall in the poker community? I've never done it, but it's definitely not. It's very far from unheard of. I don't know, that kind of stuff weirds me out. Raise and a re-raise. I was going to call the original raise with the 7-9, but denied. I have a winning soccer parlay, but if I mention it here, it won't win. Okay. Good luck. Hello, DOFHXCK. Hey, Andrew, playing on Stars Michigan. Seems to me the player pool is all over the map. How do you gain an edge and exploit weak players that bet too much into a pot? How do you gain an edge and exploit weak players that bet too much into a pot? I guess I would rely more on calling and allow them to continue to bet too much into the pot. I mean, I don't know if you're saying like they bet too much with weak hands, like they bet weak hands, they overvalue weak hands. I would just continue to allow them to do so. There's going to be more variance though. Like when people aren't folding and they're just kind of firing it in there, there's going to be more variance, but you will win more at the end of the day, or the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the year. You kind of have to just embrace the variance. But that's what you want to see. You want to see people that are betting too much. Does PokerStars have bots or does it verify IDs before registering? I don't think I had to send an ID, but I don't know what that has to do with bots, because the owner of the bot could just send in their own ID when they register. So I think the bot thing will just kind of always be like a cat and mouse game. But the sites I think have gotten better at it recently, and a site like PokerStars is going to have a lot of resources at their disposal. They're going to have the biggest budget to support their security team. They're going to have the most tools, I would imagine. I guess we'll fold the 8-4. 8-5 though. Watch out. So anyway, bot owners, they're gonna keep making tweaks to their bots and try and figure out a way to not get discovered. And the sites will continue to crack down and come up with more creative ways in the fight against bots. But I think they're doing better than they were, say, like 2 years ago or something. That's just the general impression that I get. I don't have any inside info. I've never been on a poker site security team. Just one man's thoughts. Why aren't you staying with your parents while in Michigan, Andrew? They only recently just got the second vaccine shot. So it was basically like just before I arrived. And there's like, I guess, a 2-week period effective. There's a word for that. Where you still have to like be pretty careful. And my dad is pretty high risk category. So I'm not welcome in my own home. It's very sad. But I think we're gonna have to do like a driveway hangout kind of a thing before I skedaddle back to the desert. Thomas Hill wants to know, what is a good bankroll to start a poker career in Vegas? There's no one answer. It's going to depend on like what sort of stress levels you can personally manage and how much that will affect your stress levels. But some people say you should have 3 to 6 months of living expenses in your bank account that is separate from your poker money. So that's just there. And then you probably want to have, like, if you're playing full time, I don't know, like 50 buy-ins at least for the game that you're playing. I can guarantee you there's lots of professionals that live on less, especially if they're playing like 2-5. But when you're like first starting to play poker, you don't necessarily need to have such strict conditions, because first of all, when you start, you're going to be a losing player, so it doesn't necessarily matter as much. You just want to make sure you're playing within your personal budget. A couple shout outs here. Chris C out of Lafayette, Louisiana, picked himself up the two-tone favorable t-shirt, the black variety. Excellent choice, good sir. Favorable t-shirt heading out your way to Lafayette. Appreciate the purchase and your support. And Mr. Cole K in Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania, picking up a 3-pack of the money bands, the clear variety. Excellent choice as well. Tough to go wrong really with anything in the favorable apparel store. Anybody wants to make a purchase in the favorable apparel store tonight? Shout out. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thanks to all 636 of you as I look at the concurrent viewers. 142 likes. Maybe a couple hundred you fine folks would like to give that like button a little click ski, you know? Cost you $0. Helps the channel out a ton, as they say. I don't know if it does, but it can't hurt it. I'm positive it cannot hurt it. Forex raise, fold. Adderall is everywhere in the poker community. Not quite everywhere, but I mean, none of my friends were really ever into it. Could be going for value with a queen. I don't know how much value he would go with an 8 or a 4. If he does, good bet, sir. I'm going to call him with Jack High. Jack High, good. $3,000, guys. None of this limping on my button. I assume you are anti-HUD. Nah. It's part of the drill. Part of the drill of online poker. Definitely not anti any sort of tool. I'm gonna bet a quarter pot here. I'm not anti any tool that is legal within the terms and conditions that anybody can utilize. That's all fair game. When do you guys think you'll be back at Hawaiian Gardens? I don't think we're too far off. Like, it's not going to be next month. Is it going to be May? Kind of doubt it. Maybe, hopefully, sometime in the summer. That would be great. But they basically don't even... I don't think they even have enough poker tables available under the current circumstances. How many times do you play poker live per week? Not on the internet. Well, I'm not really the person to ask because I am a content creator / poker player. I'm more of a content creator first these days than I am a poker player. The poker stuff probably took like, I don't know, a 60% step into the backseat when I started making vlogs, just because it takes up so much time. It takes so long to make a vlog. It takes a lot of time and energy. Before I was making vlogs, I was playing 5 or 6 days a week. Take 1 day off, maybe 2, depending on what's going on, and then grind it out. Nowadays, it depends on how many vlogs I want to try and kick out a week, but I would guess 2 or 3 sessions a week these days. This has been a special kind of week. Played poker every day for the past 8 days and also created content. We've streamed it, and not only that, but I have also done minor editing to some videos from these live streams and put them up over here on this channel, which is a second channel that I made for this very sort of thing. Keep the main channel that you guys are watching, keep that more specific to the full-length poker vlogs, and I created this channel called Andrew Neeme 2, where I have to do a little bit of work, such as cut out all the breaks, cut out a lot of the dead air time when there's no hand being played, and it still ends up being a 6-hour video, which I don't really expect anyone in particular to watch the entire production. But some people like to have them on in the background, and I get a bunch of questions about where can I watch these streams after the fact. I made a channel just for those people, not just for this specifically, because as you can see, I'm also uploading a different kind of video, which is just like a classic poker hand, a clip from the vlogs themselves, a fun hand every so often. There's some more streams from the week, and there's another hand. I think I'll do a few different things with this channel, Andrew Neeme 2. Would love it if you would kindly subscribe if you don't mind. And I have a few ideas for different kinds of content that I can put on here. So, different things might include responding to comments. Maybe I'll make like a short video responding to some comments from your comments from the actual vlogs. Maybe I can put that on the second channel. Maybe do some interviews. Who knows what other ideas I might come up with. I do want to put like some strategy stuff, I think, on this channel. So I'm really thinking about getting some coaching, and like a different coach for all the different disciplines. So like a no limit cash game coach. One person I've already talked to said he would be interested, who is a fantastic young up-and-coming player. I can get coaching from an MTT player. Someone who's very accomplished, and someone who like coaches other tournament regs. And I would like to find a PLO coach. So I'm not in touch with anyone in regards to that yet, but I think it can be pretty easily accomplished. So anyway, if I can get some coaching on all 3 of those different things, I think that would be good for me, might be good for the channel. And then for this second channel, I could like take the occasional clip from the coaching and drop it in here. So if any of those things sound remotely interesting to you, consider the Andrew Neeme 2 channel here on YouTube. Give it a subscribe if you like. Have you ever doubled up twice in one orbit? In tournaments, yes. In a cash game, I mean, I've definitely, I don't know if doubled up necessarily. Probably at some point in this like 12-year-long career or whatever. I don't know. It all starts to run together over time, Ben Adler, you know? You know what I mean? Thanks for the $1.99 and your company, your presence. Thanks for being born. Turbo Raptor was playing yesterday at your table too. I'm not familiar with Turbo Raptor. Tonifer 4. What time does that tournament start? Has it started? Nah, not even close. It doesn't start for another 58 minutes. There's another tournament starting 58 minutes from now. $20 buy-in. Heads up, Turbo, Progressive Knockout, Zoom. There's going to be all sorts of things going on in that tournament. Probably fire several buy-ins. Why are you labeling those players green? If I see someone open limp with a lot of big blinds, maybe in a spot that I might do something different, give him a little green. Hello, kings. Hello, all in. Any other takers aside from me? Because I'm taking. Kings are good. Do you set income goals for poker in the year? Nah, I don't think that makes too much sense because there's going to be a lot of variance. But basically what you want to do is probably set like hours goals. So if I'm going to say I want to play an average across the entire year of like, I don't know, 30 hours per week times 52. Something like that might be better. Or if you want to say like I want to try and take a shot at this stake and get this many hours in at this stake that's above me. There's gonna be so much variance in poker that how are you gonna know? Like how are you gonna set an income goal when you're using poker? I assume you're referencing poker as the income, the poker income. But there's so much variance in that. It's better to set the kinds of goals that you can have more control over, such as the amount of hours that you're working. If you want to say like, I'm going to join this training site and I'm going to put this number of hours, or not necessarily join this site, but like put a certain number of hours across studying or watching videos, which would be studying, but things of that nature. It's more within your control. Even when you are I forgot what I was going to say because Nightbot is just firing off in the chat. Do you coach tournaments? You don't want me coaching tournaments. What you do want to do is if you click the link that's in the description box of this live stream called What I Am Studying, you'll find some resources that you can study that is not me coaching, it's other people coaching that I recommend. I do have affiliate relationships with them, full disclosure, but it's stuff that I believe in, it's stuff that I've taken a look at. And when I mentioned getting some coaching, in the MTT department, I'm going to try and get some more coaching from Ryan LaPlante. That's the plan. So I would check out his site. There's a link in the description box to a blog post that I wrote for a few different resources, depending on what it is that you want to focus on. Check out the link. Check it out. Been staying away from live games lately, or are you back to the old grind? I put in 6 sessions of live poker somewhat recently. So I played 2 sessions of 510 at the Bellagio and 4 sessions of the 5510 PLO at Aria. We are up across those sessions. The No Limit, won 1, lost 1. In the PLO, I won 3, lost 1. So I think when we get back to Vegas, I would love to capture some of that PLO action, put it into vlog format. Pushing your luck with the copyright, aren't you, Andrew? Supposed to only be 1 hour only. That was just kind of like an arbitrary number that I picked. So you are right generally. I have no idea what the actual time limit is. I won't get a strike for it. They'll just close they'll stop the stream, and then we'll have to restart it, which is it's annoying. It's not as bad as a strike. You don't get copyright. You don't get strikes for playing copyrighted music. You'll get a copyright strike if you like upload someone else's content and claim it's yours. But if it's like music that's playing like in addition to the content that you've created, the video content, they'll demonetize that video. They'll still run ads on it, but all the ad revenue will go towards the rights holder for the music and YouTube rather than you and YouTube. But we'll switch it up after this song. How about that? Back to the copyright-free stuff. Hello, I am Veritas. Good to see you again in the chat. How's attorneys going today? Currently sitting in 15th out of 241 participants. This tournament is a 30K guarantee. MICOOP event number 59. The penultimate event. Any chance you guys get to use the word penultimate, you take it. Take that opportunity and run with it. This is a $100 buy-in. 30K guaranteed, about 5,600 currently for first place tournament finisher. Hello, Joe Mock. Glad you made it. Maybe we'll meet when you come here. I'll show you the surroundings. I think that's a message for Silverlicious. It sounds like there's some meetups being planned in the chat. Let me know if I can join as well, guys. Wherever we're going, I want to go to. Wherever you're going, I want to go to. We'll fold the king 10. If we were like a couple spots over, it seems worth the raise. Could be worth the raise anyway, but maybe 1 or 2 spots over. Get in the mix with it. What's your longest consecutive live sesh? I think my longest live session was like 28 hours or something. 26 or 28 hours. During the WSOP 1 year, playing in the Rio Poker Room. Not the convention center, but the poker room. It was probably pointless. For the most part. Glad you're enjoying, my man. I try to entertain a little, I suppose. Ben, you are pure entertainment in human form. What constitutes real-time assistance? Real-time assistance is a program that basically will pop up on your screen and tell you, after it reads the cards, it'll tell you what to do. You can only, I don't know, it seems like the places where you can find something like that, it's a little bit sketchy. You don't really know what you're getting, but you will be banned from the site. And if you are found to be using such a tool, they will probably, not positive, but potentially confiscate all your money if you're found to be cheating. So you don't want to be messing around. But sites are basically going to have to come up with all sorts of different creative ideas to fight the inevitable technology. I mentioned that cat and mouse game that is played in the fight against bots. How many tournaments has he won? If you mean during this MICOOP event, Tournament event, 0. Overall, in my lifetime, countless, infinite numbers you haven't even heard of in your life. Do you have to give YouTube a share of super chats? Unfortunately, they do take some percentage. It's less than 50, I know that. I think you should make an I've played 6 sessions life update on Neeme 2 channel and direct people there. I was thinking about doing that, but I think the life update needs to be provided on the main channel because people will just endlessly ask. But it would be a good way to direct people to the second channel, but there will be other ways to do that. Less clickbaity, I think, or equally clickbaity. You get a copyright strike for VODs, or at least you do on Twitch. So I have set my OBS, which is the broadcasting software, to not include the desktop audio, which is the music that you guys are hearing right now. I have set it up so that it doesn't record that into the VOD. You only get my voice, basically. And then I put other music into that VOD, which is this music, but it'll remove all of this music, including the copyrighted stuff that we're listening to for the first hour and 10 minutes. It records it on 2 different tracks, or it splits it into 2 different tracks, and it only records one of them. I know it's early. Where you're currently sitting, 25th. Here's the info tab. I want to go play in Miami and New Orleans. Boy, do I miss New Orleans. Lewis Knox is trying to see the payouts. I don't have all those fancy commands that people have set up, like the professional streamers. I don't really know how to integrate all that stuff. I guess I would probably have to set it up. I don't know how people set that up, to be honest with you. I know how to set up commands, but I don't know how to integrate it into the lobby and stuff. Anyway, here's the payouts. All in 5. So many big blinds. Too many. Here's the payouts. The next one down, the min cash is 36th to 53rd place for about $200. $6K for first. Andrew, do you and Brad ever text each other over when you see a whale join a live cash game? I don't think we are certain enough that we're on the same schedules. He might do that with his friends that he plays with more frequently. We used to do that. I used to do that with my friends when the text message, the poker text message group was a thing. But we're on such different schedules now and not even in the same city a lot of the time. But when we were more so in the thick of like grinding every day, less so on this content creation grind, now it's like, I mean, it's still good to know, but you know, other things going on in life, essentially. Reasonable question, though. This guy again. One of these times, I'm gonna have a calling hand. Andrew, you should incorporate live streams into content array. You mean like this? You mean like this right now, Mike Hoffman? Or do you mean like more regularly? What is the going rate for the coaches you are looking at? Honestly, I don't think they are actually like regularly taking on students. I'm hopeful that we can work out a deal that includes me sharing their services. So like Ryan LaPlante, for example, he has a coaching site, a training site that I've used. I've watched the videos. He's got another training tool called the Range Trainer Pro, which is really cool. And they're still like developing additional updates to it and different kinds of tools to add on to it. And so I think it's going to be like for sure beneficial to the vast majority of you guys that are watching this. It's very beneficial to me too. So if there's something that like I think is beneficial to the audience, and I can direct them to that, then maybe I can partner with that coach in a unique sort of way. Andrew, ever heard of the super furries? I sure have, dude. Sure have, Steven. I lived in London for a year working for a music promotion company. So one of UK's exports. I noticed that you view / bet by big blinds as much as or more than dollars. Why? It's just how I'm always thinking, right? So if I want to bet like a quarter of the pot, I guess you can do that in chips and just set up the buttons. But I kind of want to see like everything just sort of functions. When you study poker, everything is sort of like functioning in terms of number of big blinds, which hands from which position are you going to open with like various stack sizes based on how many big blinds you have. And it all just kind of continues down that path. Nola misses you too, says fellow Andrew. I don't think I've heard that commercial, John Lucabaugh. I am not on Twitch, guys. It's seems like enough to manage on one channel. Like, you know, I got the chat box open, playing poker, making some attempts to play reasonably well. Works sometimes, doesn't work other times. Bringing up the occasional thing from the interwebs to share with you guys. And seems like it might be not necessarily worth it to have to manage another channel and another chat box and making sure I'm caught up with the chat on two different ones. And if this is the spot where I've been sort of focusing my efforts for the last 4-point-something years, makes sense to just stream here. I do have a channel, actually. You can find me over there, but I haven't streamed on it in a while now. How is the brewery coming? Nothing to report, really. Brad's got a buddy that does some brewing, some home brewing, and he's won a bunch of medals, I guess, at various competitions for several different of his brews. Like some of them had, I guess, like relatively small number of entrants, but some other ones had a lot of entrants, and so he won some medals for those. How much does that all mean? I couldn't really tell you. I don't really know about metals and the brewing process and all that stuff. I know I like to drink beer. I can tell you how much I like a beer. But anyway, yeah, there was a thought about opening up a brewery. Better idea might be to partner with an existing brewery or install this friend of Brad's into an existing brewery where he can craft his recipes and his wares and then sell those at another location. Who knows? All sorts of ideas, but it's just kind of hard to get too much done under the current circumstances. Do you have a set amount you tip a dealer, or is it based on the size of the pot / how much of a cooler it was? I tip $0 for when I just win the blinds and everyone folds. $1 or maybe $2 on like a kind of standard pot. $3 when it's like a medium-sized pot. $5 on like a pretty big pot. And if things are going really swell, $10. That's like just the general sort of breakdown. Tip whatever you feel like, but hopefully tip a little something at least. Hello, Jean-Francois. Missed you in Vegas. And you too, Mr. Adler. Till next time. Hope it was a fun trip. Jean-Francois, he was getting them good at the cash games at the win, the 2-5. Thanks for the $5. Until next time, good sir, whether it's in Vegas or up north somewhere. When are you going to break out the drum kit again? I had to give the cymbals back. I borrowed the cymbals from a buddy of mine in that little vlog sequence. So when you go rent a drum set, when you go rent a practice space with a drum set in it, you got to bring your own cymbals, which is kind of a hassle because who has their own cymbals? WTF. Let's see. Let's see if it was WTF worthy. I wasn't watching. Raise call all in for 46.60 with the fives. Didn't have too many big blinds. How many big blinds is that? He's getting shallow, or he's still shallow, I should say. 4-minute delay, guys. Aw, sadness. I've been using big blinds instead of chips for cash and tourney lately. So using big blinds in cash games could be helpful if the money can be like, I don't know, if it can affect you at all. It can be helpful in those instances. If you're gonna take a shot, move up in stakes online, consider putting your stack into big blinds. If possible. Will you do more of this format in the future? It works well. I suppose I will. Two shorties. No one wanted to stick it in pre-flop, huh? Raise, snap jam. Is it terrible if we just fold here? I mean, we unblock spades, so that makes me want to call. Would he flat ace 5, ace 4 in this spot? I don't know what the point of raising is with these guys behind. If he's just... I don't know. Maybe it's bad. It's not bad. I was going to say, I don't know what the point of raising is as a bluff with these guys back here, because decent chance that one of these guys is just going to stick it in. And he might fold me out, but he's still going to have to win. I mean, I guess he's still got to win versus these guys at Showdown, so seems like there's a decent chance one of them is going to get it in. Okay, Andrew, time for some really important hard questions. And sorry if someone's already asked this, but who wins in a high-stakes MMA fight between Limitless and Fedor Holtz? Is Limitless going to have one hand or two hands tied behind his back? I assume two. The funniest part, I was watching some of the commentary. I was watching some of the stream, the video from the stream that Upswing did from day one of the match. The funniest part for me was when what's his name? It was Doug and the other guy that was running the stream from Upswing. This is going to be a dumb story. But anyway, somebody was asking Doug what he thinks the odds should be between Malinowski and D-Negs if the two of them played heads up. And Malinowski, Doug was like, who is Malinowski? And he was doing like an hour of commentary up to that point on Limitless and Fedor Holtz. And they're like, Limitless is Malinowski. The guy that you're watching, the guy that you've been commentating on for the past hour. He's like, oh, right. It's crazy. People like just know, they just know people, online poker players, as their screen names. Not even someone mentions their real name and they're like, who? Will you visit Athens, Greece to play poker? I would love to take Boosie there. I went there when I was in my younger days as a 21-year-old man. Quite the city. Stunning. Would love to do that. Have a lot of European destinations that I want to take Boosie to. What are your plans for the WSOP this year? Will you play in person? Is that contingent on when you get vaccinated? It looks like they're going to be running the WSOP later in the year. So I would imagine by that time, anybody who wants a vaccine should be able to have gotten one. Looks like they're trying to schedule it for maybe like late summer or early fall or something like that. I'm not sure. Later in the year, though. Later than it usually is. So hopefully not too much longer before anybody who wants a vaccine can get one, and then should be good to go for the WSOP. Fingers crossed. Nice. This is the Ace King music, just in time. Who wants some? Come on, how do you fold 2.75 bigs? How do they know? How do they know? Give that guy a horseshoe for that. Christopher, we got one little cash yesterday. Out of all those lovely starts, we got one cash to add to our 3 caches throughout the series before that. I was thinking about calling the 2 big blinds, the 8-9 off. How bad can it be? Possibly bad. Ace King. We're going to auto fold the 3-9. Ace 10 raisable if no action. Just going to lay it down. Lay it on down. Funny message, Dennis Ching. What's the sketchiest poker game you ever found yourself in? Nothing's really jumping out at me. I've played some home games, but nothing ever really felt sketchy, I guess. You know, I mean, home games in LA, there's just so many of them. It's like when I first played in a couple of them, I didn't really know just exactly how many home games there were all over the city. And so I was a little nervous, you know, like I don't even think they really had security. It was just like the guys that ran the game, and they had like security cameras, but like what good is that going to do? So I guess I was like slightly sketched out, but it was probably like not a big deal at all. It wasn't in a bad neighborhood or anything. They weren't necessarily like doing a whole lot to advertise the game. I missed my 69.96 big blind stack. I missed that, Brandon. Andrew, who do you think will win between D-Negs and Helmuth? Unfortunately, I think they're playing that type of match where like the blinds go up, right? Isn't it like? I mean, I think it's like still a pretty decent amount of play, but it's essentially a sit and go, right? So that format favors Helmuth a little bit more, but hopefully D-Negs. Well, not hopefully. I don't really. What do I care? But I would imagine the work that D-Negs has put in should make him the favorite. You just never know with Helmuth. 1.78. Have some backdoors. A float seems reasonable, especially given that price. Maybe it was cheap enough. I don't know. When you still have this guy, when you still have the small blind behind you, and you've jack high, and you only have some overs that can't really improve versus a set or a straight, and you need runner in a 3-way pot. Folding can't be that bad. Josh says, what's the worst mistake you've ever made at a poker table? Honestly, nothing is coming to mind. There's going to be so many hands that you wish you had done something differently. I mean, you're talking about a 12-year span where we're playing poker full time. How many poker hands have you seen? How many poker hands do you think you see in that stretch? I wouldn't even begin to guess, but I'm just saying, like, worst mistake. Nothing really like stands out. Make mistakes every single day. When you make mistakes every single session you play, are you going to remember one where you lost like 200 big blinds or something 4 years later, 6 years later? Have to call here. So short. Unfortunately, we are dominated. Had a lot of chopportunities there on that turn. These beats in the background, though, who they be? If you head over to SoundCloud and you search my name over there, you will find the tunes that you search for. Thanks for the $2, though, Josh. Sorry I don't really have like an interesting answer for you. The worst mistake that I've made is probably the kind of mistake where you muck a chop or the winning hand or something like that. I know Brad had one of those instances in a video recently. I used to do something like that somewhere around once a year, I would say, on average. I don't think I've done it in a long time now, though, so I might be improving my average. But I remember in a 5-10 game, there was a hand where I got all in preflop for like the max 1500, and we ran it twice, and I thought that he had a different hand because it was like way on the other side of the table. This was pre-plexiglass times. There's no excuse for it, but when he flipped his hand over, I thought he had like pocket jacks or queens or something, and he had queen jack. And I think I had ace king. I don't really know. See, it's like, who knows? Who remembers the details of these things like a couple years later? But that's a pretty big mistake because that's literally money thrown away. So if you make a decision that could have gone either way, usually it's like understandable why you make a decision. But that's just basically throwing money away. So I guess something like that would be my official answer, since you paid $2 for my official answer. I guess we can overlimp on the button. Don't really want to raise it up versus under the gun limper. You know what they like to do. Under the gun. William Williams says, I just tuned in. You laid down ace 10 to an out of position men raise. Yikes, seems pretty tight. Fair enough. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Thanks for checking it out, William Williams. Hope you find the stream or entertainment that you are looking for. I know what the problem is. I had my notifications turned off. David J. from Leadington in this great state of Michigan, picking himself up the Money Bands Black Variety. Thanks for your purchase, David Johnson. David J. Let's raise it up to the 4-6. And the cutoff. you have any idea if the board is already set when the cards are first dealt, or is it like a slot machine of rotating cards that stops right before each street? I don't know. I do not know the answer. Got him with a 6 high, guys. What a genius. What a genius I am. Yeah, it's basically a turbo-ish sit and go. So, I mean, I saw him and I saw Negranu and Helmuth talking and yelling at each other over that podcast on not Poker Go, but it's on YouTube here. So it's a different style of match. Playing way less hands. They're playing live. I think D-Negs would just annihilate Helmuth if they were playing like the kind of match that him and Doug played. So I don't know. I guess I'll still pick Daniel if I'm forced to wager. But I think it's closer under this format. Depends on what the odds are. It depends on what the odds are going to be. The betting odds. What's the line? Drinking more than 6 beers got to be the worst mistake. Which time? Well, thank you, Andrew, for spoiling us and streaming all week. Maybe joining the chat will bring me some run good. I hope it does, Omnia. What's going on with this other tournament? Is it time? 13 minutes until the final MICOOP event kicks off. $20 heads up turbo progressive knockout Zoom tournament. This should be interesting. Most memorable experience in life. More Than Flame says he's obviously going to say meeting his lady. Well, what if I am more than a flame? I remember that night. Remember it well. I also remember proposing on a sandy dune in Malibu, California, overlooking the ocean. That was memorable. I think the most sort of, I guess like the earliest, like big event in my life that sort of like changed the trajectory of my life was going to Europe. Getting out of the United States as a suburban kid from Michigan. Expanding my horizons, both literally and mentally. Winning this tournament also will be one of the most memorable experiences of my life. When playing a tournament, do you prefer when everyone antes or when it's a big blind? Definitely when it's the big blind ante. Claw heart. Way faster, way more efficient. You can see way more hands. It's less annoying when the dealer's like, antes please, antes please. There's always someone who forgets their ante. So dumb. Live antes. The thing is, like, cash games, live cash games could definitely benefit from an ante. So I don't know if it'd probably be a big blind ante as well. Something along those lines. Gonna be in Vegas this weekend. What do you consider the friendliest place to play for a pseudo noob? The friendliest place? So I wrote a blog post about poker rooms. Brandon, if you want to go to andrewneeme.com, you'll see a blog post that I wrote titled The Best Poker Rooms in Las Vegas. I need to update it though, because unfortunately the Mirage and the Mandalay Bay rooms have closed, which I mentioned in the blog post. I don't mention that they closed. I actually would consider Planet Hollywood pretty beginner friendly. There's not that many regs or locals that go there because it's kind of a party atmosphere in there. There's loud music, go-go dancers, and it takes forever to walk there from the self-parking. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass, and you're not going to find too many crotchety old locals that are playing in those games. Definitely a good suggestion there. I see one or two other people mention Planet Hollywood, so shout out to the Planet Hollywood, giving them some business. 7-3 off. When do you think most states will have online poker? Hopefully it's kind of like an exponential type thing that happens. I don't know if that's the right word. But with each state coming online, it makes more sense for the next state to come online. Because there's this whole network effects thing that happens. It's more enticing for players to play when they can play for like bigger prize pools and they can play against more people, and it's not just a bunch of regs that have moved to one state to play online and that are playing in the pools. So the more states that come on, the better it is, and then more players want to play. That will mean it's more enticing for the next state to come online because they can collect more tax revenue. So I don't know. If I had to guess, like when are we going to get to 26 states? It's going to be a little while yet. But we just need certain key states. I've heard that things are looking positive in Illinois. So that'd be cool if we can get Chicago and other locations in Illinois online. We mentioned New York in a previous stream, how they're talking about getting online gaming, sports betting legalized in order to find some additional tax revenue from all of the people, to make up for a lot of the people that have lost their businesses due to the pandemic. So if we can get New York online, that would be a big one. Shout out to John M. out of Horn Lake, Mississippi. Thanks for grabbing yourself some favorable black money bands. I think you're going to love them. Sam in the chat wants to know why there's 812 people watching, but only 33 likes. That's not true. There's 253 likes. That's not quite 800 though. Think we can 3-bet fold here. Go slightly bigger. Go ahead and win it. Wearing favorable shirt, sweating you, winning. MICOOP, Andrew. Thanks, Jim D. Love to see it. Andrew, have you ever met Jeff Boski? What do you think about his Poker Odyssey and his content? Jeff Boski, have you guys ever met? I have met Jeff Boski several times, chatted with him a lot. Nice guy. Good poker knowledge. He's a man of these tournament streets. He drives a Tesla. He's got it all going on. That Zoom tournament is the last for this night. It is the last for this night and for this tournament series. Should be going on break pretty soon, I'd imagine. And then, yep, just about to go on break. Let me reg real quick for the tournament, so we're ready to go. Yes, yes indeed. I am in. Going on break real quick here. Let's see. What if I put a vlog on for you guys? What if we go down memory lane a little bit? Remember poker vlogs, you guys? This was a fun one. Let me put this on while I go on break briefly. I don't know why I'm wearing a mask on my ear. Seems like something I could have just taken off completely. I guess because we're in the Bellagio and, you know, got to have the mask nearby at least. Can't be chilling in there maskless, that's for sure. But there was basically nobody around in the sportsbook at this moment. Nobody around meaning other customers. Be right back. Speaking of pocket sixes, the other tournament has started. It's a heads up. Progressive knockout. I think I'm going to fold this. And then I think we get moved to a new table because it's also a Zoom tournament. Give me a second, bro. All right. Fold. Boom. New table, new opponent. A lot of big blinds to start. Action should be fast and furious in this thing. This should be a little bit crazy. Playing 2 tournaments now. Fold the 9-3. So this is going to be a lot to focus on here. Check call. Checking. All in wager. I guess that's a good bet. Can't call. Tough to call. Tough to call the all in wager. Pot size lead out. Bound to see all sorts of interesting things happening here. Now half pot. Now full pot again. Fast and furious action. A heads-up Zoom tournament. This is great. It's going to make it tough to do everything at once while this tournament is going on. Still have time to check to make sure I don't have the microphone muted though. What's up with these full pot size wagers? I guess I just fold. 272 participants in here. Ace King versus Doge. Shorty. Towley. Turbo Raptor, he was on our other table in the other tournament. Seems callable, at least. More reasonable wager. Seems like could jack, could bet. Bet here and check down on the river. Have you ever bet on a table that had a bad beat jackpot hit, whether you were in the hand or not? Nope. I've never been a part of a bad beat jackpot. Gonna raise it up. I'm gonna fold. Premium. What the hell is that hand next to the avatar? And those are the throwables, where I can throw a rocket, a box of tissues, or a horseshoe at my opponent. Collecting blinds. I think I'm going to call. This guy's short, so maybe he's tilted a little bit. We have a pretty good hand here, heads up especially. Ace-10 suited, and it's a rebuy tournament. Dominating. I should say it's a knockout tournament, so extra value. So we get $9.10 right away. It pays for half of this buy-in, at least. We'll see if there are further buy-ins. C-bet. Make a pair. Think we can still wager. Do we need to bluff here? Probably. Is it a reasonable bluff? Not sure. Not sure. I have some showdown value, but not that much, honestly. Pretty interesting spot over here. Going to be check raising. Go ahead and win it. Back over to here. Flop second pair. Action checks back on the turn. Third pair for a full pot size wager, I guess for that price. This Zoom tourney is so fun. I agree. Could play this every day. Ah, got me with a limp. Still going to wager. I think he can float with a lot of high cards, a lot of over cards. Don't need to bet too big. Could turn this into a bluff now. That worked. The 3.24. Full pot, huh? I've been in the room when a bad beat jackpot hit on another table. That's disappointing. You've probably never played at the Commerce Casino where there's so many tables going. I've been in the room when there's been like 3 bad beat jackpots that have hit while I've been playing. Definitely gonna stab here, but probably could have stabbed earlier. I'll let you know what happens with the kings, if anything. I'm betting there are further buy-ins. There could be Darth Hideous. Get there versus King High. Pretty small 3-bet. Happy to call. Suited 2-gapper. Seems like a fantastic run out. Ace 10, not going to do it. Get another bounty. $3.33. Maybe that's bad. Had a bunch of backdoors. Nonsense. Caught him bluffing. Yeah, it's tough for me to really interact with the chat while this heads up Zoom tournament is a thing. I wish they had one of these every day. Not because I can't interact with you guys, but... Backdoor clubs. It's like speed dating poker. That's true, it is. I don't know. Maybe bad. Maybe I should fire river. Maybe I should check turn. Or flop. I'll take the walks. Raise it up. Three betting over here. River 2 pair over here. See what size he chooses. Pretty reasonable size. Debating between flatting and raising. I guess flat. He had nothing. The 3-bet steal on the other table worked. But we got King Jack again. Raising it up. Tough spots, I guess, with an open-ender paired board with a straight draw. Could be ambitious. Could be ambitious. I mean, it seems like ace high might be good sometimes, but maybe not. Maybe it's too ambitious without a heart. The green color represents people that are open limping into the pot when they have a lot of big blinds. It seems a little bit odd to limp into the pot for me with over 100 big blinds. Limp means they don't raise. They just flat call the big blind. I think it's a much stronger strategy to come in for a raise on the button than it is to limp in. Matty Ice, 53. Do you change tables when you fold and start a new game? Yeah, so a Zoom tournament means every time you fold, you get moved to a new table and you get paired with another player who has already folded as well. We only have one overcard that we can improve with if we barrel. So That leads me to not want to barrel. I was going to try and get it in versus that player for the bounty. Try to pull down an ace high there. Lord Dennis doesn't want it. All right, we'll take one off. Bounty. What color represents the vlog watchers? I don't I don't necessarily have one. I need one though. Take the walk with 5 deuce. Don't want to disturb the fellow with questions in a head-up match, especially a Zoom one. Fire away. I'll still try and answer whatever I can. I don't know how good check calling is from out of position here. Fours are good. All right, we'll let the 5 and 9 go. Double dab 22. Get a walk with a 9 deuce. What's up? You pay for my beer? That guy said to hit like on YouTube, guys. Just saying. It wasn't me. His words, not mine. Governor Whitmer, hello. What song is this? I don't know which one you're referring to, but if you go over to SoundCloud and you just search Andrew Neeme, you'll find the playlist on my page. Favorable, he says. Not for me. Pretty bad board. You got it. The soccer mom. Come on, soccer mom. You don't need this pot. There you go. There you go. Is this the end of a tourney? This is an entire heads-up tourney. It's a Zoom tourney, which means every time you fold, you get moved to a new table with a new opponent who has also folded. So action is pretty fast and furious. I was going to bet big, but I'm going to bet small here. We're going to be calling the all-in over here. Actually going to be rejamming with tens. $100 nightly. MICOOP 59. To flip. Lovely little turn card. Over here, this is a 3-bet pot. I made it 2.5. You made it 7 bigs. Flop, check, check. Turn, pair plus flush draw. Dang, he had a hand. Who gets hands? Heads up. This guy. This guy gets hands. Thinking about overbet shoving here. With all this equity, stack size is a little bit awkward here. Calls with a 10. I guess that's a good call. We can't rebind this thing? Is that it? Is that all the fun? Is that true? No, you can register. You can play again, right? Yeah. All right, we're back. We're back. You only get 35 big blinds though at this point when you register again. Honey, he called with a queen and a 10. Getting short. This is when you get down to these smaller stack sizes, it's actually going to make sense to start limping in. Phew. What's up with the other turn? Can't you maximize active table? Maximize active table? I don't know what you mean. Anytime there's something like going on on the other table, I will definitely head over there, highlight that table. You guys haven't missed anything though. Set of fours. Boo. The snap check, the snap raise. I mean, it seems like it's never good. Piggy's oats. Trips. How can you call a bet with 3-5 suited, yo? Come on. Make the steel wheel. Got the soccer mom. Yeah, probably bad. Pretty close. Pretty close. I mean, it's getting down to it pretty close where we're going to have to call it suited king. I can't be that far off at the moment. Gonna be all in here. Leading. Winning. Doubling. Sixes. Oh, versus a shorty. Come on. Probably just gonna rip this. I know the feeling, Wagnuts 258 with your suited king. Five big blind open. That's large. Three bet bluffing over here. It works. Ever play any short deck? Any thoughts on it? I have played a bunch of short deck. Robert Preston III. Thanks for the $2. I like it. Not going to fold. Probably not going to rebuy. It's all going to come down to our little ace-5 here. You got it. You got it. You don't got it. 67 big blinds. Kibbles. I'm a fan of that short deck. Probably can just fold the 4-5 offsuit. Son of a... Mash. Just mash the pot button. I bet pot. Maybe that's probably too wide of a C bet. Our first 4-bet. Going to be calling the short stack jam over here. Wow. Sheesh. They don't have short deck on the Michigan platform. I know they have it on the global platform. Somebody was telling me they call it 6+. 6+. I call. Good hand. This heads up streaming is good, but it means he can't reply to us as much. True story. Simon. Raise the 10-9 from under the gun +1. Flop flush draw. Just going to rip it, I think. Generating folds with 10 high seems fine. Nine is good. Whoa, big jam. Full house. Full house good. Fives. Fives. I just doubt that they're trapping. I have my doubts. Going on break. It's fast and furious. It's really fun. Probably the most fun. Hey, big fan of your vlog. Thank you, bud. Probably the most fun tournament on the schedule here. A little $20 heads up Zoom tournament, progressive knockout. It's especially fun when you're knocking out players rather than getting knocked out, but Pretty fun format. Any content coming out soon? Been streaming all past week, live right now, actually. You're on YouTube. Blogs once I'm back to Vegas. All right, who do we got here? What's up, Jay Haas? Here's the chat. You guys are talking about the CCP. I don't know what's going on in the chat right now. Ben Young. When you think about it, lasagna is just spaghetti-flavored cake. Didn't think about it, but you're right. Poadra? I don't know, mate. I just play. Simon says, son of a gun. Its goal is to make poker fun again. Several drastic decisions have been taken to reach its goal, such as the prohibition on third-party tools. You guys are getting deep. Getting deep. Good luck on the tables tonight. Thanks, Jay Haas. Bit of a weather change from Vegas. Tough for me to know whether you guys find this interesting. Shout out to all 878 of you guys currently chilling, watching, mainly focusing on this Heads Up Zoom tournament, which is pretty cool. There's been a lot of Heads Up stuff going on in poker lately, so maybe for that reason it's a little bit more interesting to you guys. Maybe it's generally interesting anyway. It's tough for me to go into as in-depth discussion and analysis as like a guy such as Doug, the greatest player of all time, Polk, can. So there might be a bit of a step down in me talking about heads up hands compared to that stuff, but hopefully it's pretty chill anyway. Hope you guys are having a lovely little Monday evening wherever you are, all over the world. What's the green tag mean? It's usually when I see people limping into the pots when I am not sure that is the most optimal strategy. Andrew, heading to Vegas next month for the first time. Is there one place that you would say is a must-do? Thank you in advance. Vegas next month for the first time. You're mainly just going to want to be walking up and down the strip, taking it all in, going and checking out as many hotel casino properties as possible. I have a list of like restaurants and bars on my website, which is andrewneeme.com. And then if you search, if you just scroll down a little bit, it'll be the locals guide. Or no, actually, I think that's on the favorable apparel page. So if you go to favorableapparel.com, is that true? No, I think it's on my website. Where the hell is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yes, on my website. So there's a bunch of bars and restaurants. If you go to andrewneeme.com, here's the link. I guess I could post that in the chat. I'll copy and paste that in, but it's andrewneeme.com/Las Vegas Locals Guide with dashes in between Las Vegas Locals Guide. That'll give you some suggestions on some bars and restaurants if you want to take a look at that before your little trip ski. Let's see who asked that question. Jay Haas. I would go on the high roller, go on the big Ferris wheel thing. I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty reasonable price. You can also find tickets for a pod on the high roller wheel where they have an open bar while you're going around. You only go around once, so I shouldn't really do this. I should do this. So I like that. This is definitely the most fun tourney I've played in MICOOP. You hear that, PokerStars? The people want more heads-up Zoom tournaments. They need more action. More action for all of us degens, please, and thank you. Flop a gutter ball, backdoor flush draw. One over. All right. A deuce into the muck. All right, bro. Oh, that guy was really short. What am I doing? It's a little intricacy for this this heads-up tournament. You have to check out everyone's stack sizes, especially because it's a bounty event. Could have just ripped the queen high in. Maybe watch the $100 during the heads up break. They both go on break at the same time. That's called synchronized breaks. So you didn't miss anything there, but we do have pocket queens, which I am raising. Short stack. Turn 2 pair. Pretty wet board. Not the river we had in mind. I think I have to call. I mean, I don't block any draws. I mean, I guess I have a spade. I think he's going to call with a 9 if I raise. So I think I have to call, though. I don't see how I can fold, but not the river I had in mind. All right. Maybe I should bluff. I didn't have any hearts in my hand. I feel like if I have a heart in my hand, that's a pretty standard bet. What's happening here? Call, I guess? Okay. Makes sense. Probably going to end up chopping here. Good hand, dude. Sitting out. Niners. Come on, Grandma, 1967. Maybe could have gone a little smaller there. Good morning to you, Satir Basa in Romania. Ye old jacks. Jackie Treehon. Jackie Treehon. Speed dating, but with poker hands, indeed. Andrew, are you up or down for the MICOOP? I am down. We only got 4 small cashes for the tournament. Pretty standard call here, I think. Got there. We got 24 bigs in the $100 thing. 80 players are going to make the money, and there's currently 115 players in here. Hey, I'm on YouTube. Indeed you are, says this player. He got so excited. Hello. Hello, Mixer 5552. Goodbye. Good flop. Blinds just went up in the $100 nightly thinger. I think I approve of this run out. I'm all in. I'm going to try and get value from a worse 10 Hitting like 10-9, Jack 10. While he's thinking that over, this is going on. He folded. $112 left in the $100 nightly. 111. How many did I say? 80. 80 are going to make the money. Meatballs 9,000. Queens, short stack. Come on, Big Ron. No. No. 7-3 versus a shorty. I feel like we're supposed to take these spots. 7-3. I know that looks dumb, but versus a short stack in a bounty tournament, in a heads up tournament, I feel like you got to get a lot of any twos in there. Boo. Boo that man. Ripping versus a shorty. Of all the turn cards in the deck, of all the river cards in the deck, that's a good one. Unless he has pocket aces. I don't know how we get value here, but we're going to try. That's how. Right there, guys. That's how. What do you have? He had nines. Non-believer. Shit. Hello, Amy. Welcome to the stream. If someone is watching my stream that is in the game, they'll see everything that happened 4 minutes ago because we're on a 4-minute delay. So you guys are also seeing things that happened 4 minutes ago. Shout out to Robert in Suffolk, Virginia. Grabbed himself a t-shirt. I appreciate you, Robert. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for picking up something from the shop. Cheers, buddy. I assume we're going to lose to something here. Yeah, that's something pretty good. I was going to say ace jack. Hello, Kwame. We might play a big pot here, Kwame. You got it. Say no more. Say no more, sir. $103 players left in the $100 event. About to be 102. As we see aces versus ace queen. Probably just going to rip this in versus the two shorties until that guy screws up the party. Yes, I have only rebought one time. A mere single rebuy. I give up. Bad give up. Bad give up. Pretty good flop. Boo. Too wide of a C bet. 8-3. Whose idea was that? Which one of you guys came up with the idea of 8-3? I'm calling. Hate that river card. Hate it. I hate it. I thought about jamming, but I was like, I'm just going to keep all of his draws in. Queen 7. I'm all in. We're the second shortest stack in the tournament. Call. Call. Don't call. Either way. Do something. I feel like we're so exposed with this being a bounty tournament. I feel like we get called regularly when we're short, but maybe it's fine since it's we need to find a double up anyway. So maybe 7-5 suited is go ahead and do our thing. All in with sevens. We're in good shape. Oh no. Oh yes. I don't know what these people are doing, you guys. I don't know what they're doing. Feels bad, though. Feels bad. These fours feel great, though. Can we win another flip for the double? No ace, no king. All right, over here we're ripping the king 10, queen 10 versus these two shorties as we're approaching the bubble. Gets snap called by the first guy, which is never great. Hope he has ace king or nines. Or we just find a queen. Find two queens while you're at it. Unlucky for Simon. 89 players left. 80 are going to make the money. Getting some subpar runouts, you guys. Just gonna be ripping it versus these stack sizes with anything that somewhat resembles a hand. That's 2 pair. We got a bounty, 13 bucks. You guys love to see it, don't you? A deuce. A gut shot. A deuce wins. You guys hated that one. I know it. Makes it tough. I mean, I was definitely gonna call the river. I don't see what kings he could have there aside from king queen, but he probably raises the flop some percentage of the time. $88 players left in the 100. 80 are going to make the money, as mentioned. Just going to fold the 9-6. Probably going to be tough to win here. How are you playing on PokerStars if you're in Michigan? Because Michigan has launched in PokerStars. Because PokerStars has launched in Michigan. Just playing against other people that are in Michigan. Michigan passed a new law. Unknown chip magnet is correct. $86 players left in the 100. My hand seems terrible. Oh, come on. You got it. Ah, value town myself. Could have been worse, though. Check, check. How many get paid in the Zoom? I was trying to figure this out. I don't see how this works. I don't really understand. I don't see the I don't see the prize whatever thing. I'm gonna stab on the river. Never mind. Andrew, have you ever considered making favorable patches? Didn't used to have women's clothing. We did, but very few ladies in the mix. So yeah, we have considered making patches. We got the stickers in there. Stickers are in the store. $82 players left, so if we lose one more player, we will be on the bubble in the $100 event. Stab the river. Never mind. You guys are probably going to hate me, but I think I'm going to call here. Still 82 players left in the hundo. $10 bigs. He might be a little steamed up. I mean, 9-3 seems real bad. You're still going strong. Favorite Italian food? I like a nice Italian sub. That's what I like. Yes, sir. Ripping all in over here. Over the 10 big blind. Big blind. 82 players left. 80 are going to make the money. Slam dunk jam. All right, down to 81 now as we go into hand per hand in that tournament. This guy, turn a straight. What is up, Andrew Joros? I'll be at Circa March 19th to the 23rd for the madness that is March. Can we go punt more Benjamins at blackjack when I'm in? I miss punting. Maybe. I don't know. That kind of feels like it should be a once a year thing, and I think it's been less than a year since that happened. But maybe I'll think about it. Since you sent a $5 super chat, I will definitely consider it. Click lobby for turning info. I know that much, good sir. Usually where it lists things, I think it might just be like a bounty thing and there's no ladder. Is that possible? This guy limped in with a deuce. I bet you he did. I bet you he doesn't have 10-9. I bet you he doesn't have a flush. I bet you he has a deuce. Looks like we are in the money of the other tournament. We have made the money, guys. We're guaranteed 200 smackers. There's currently 77 players left. Okay, this is impossible. See, here is the lobby for the heads up tournament. Normally all the prizes would be right here. So I think you only get prizes for knocking people out. I think that's how this is going to work. All right, doing too many things at once here. Too many things. Sixes are good. Not sure about your flop call there, buddy, but sixes are good. Play some Paul Wall. That sounds like it could be copyrighted. I would love to do that for you. I appreciate you watching the stream. Bless King. Getting short in the 100 thing now, which tends to happen as you guys have been watching throughout the week. Big get into the money, just kind of lose any kind of momentum that we had. Down to 13 big blinds. 73 players remaining. No pay jumps until 53. 10 jack suited. Definitely ripping if it folds over to us. I think we might rip it anyway. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm pretty sure you only get prizes for knocking people out of the knockout. Can we peel here? I don't know if we're allowed to peel there. Feels absolutely filthy folding Jack 10 suited. Come on, just fold. MSU Forever 2021. I accept that as well. I'm all in. And we just turn the nuts in this hand. I see bet the flop. He check raised tiny. This is a good development thus far. They folded with the deuces. Just have to hope he doesn't have pocket fives. Definitely going to be shoving. Pocket fives and queen jack. Probably raises anything else that we lose to. I think he probably had like queen 9. Or I don't know what. Some sort of queen. Queen 8. Got him. Got him for about 30 bucks. Into the balance. Probably could just open rip. $87 bounty, man. I think we should have just ripped it in there. Second best thing. What's up, the Kevin Man 5 / Bless King? There you are. Greetings, dude. This is a better flop for you than it is for me, no doubt. You got it. You got it, buddy. We got ace king in the hundo. $65 players left. I think I'm just going to be all in here. I only have 14.32 bigs. You bet 30K. I got 114K. I'm all in with ace king. Fold this. You got it, buddy. This is a good hand. So we have blockers to a straight draw on the flop with an 8. We don't block any clubs. Third pair. There's only 49 players left in this thing. But we're in 39th place. Good bet. Come on. Let's get some hands. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's up, Dwayne? Hey, Andrew. Been watching your streams last few days here in Michigan. Like it. Had you 3 times in the heads up. Mixer 5552. Your last fold. I had trips. Good folds. Good luck. Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks for letting us know. Hey, 4s are good. Thanks for the $5 too, man. GG. Maybe a bad fold, not sure. Five-minute break. 5-minute break. I am going to excuse myself. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse myself for a very quick break. We'll be back in less than 3 minutes. I'm going to give you guys a little vlog action to watch over here. I have no idea what happens in this video. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But I'll be right back. I remember that. I remember it now. Sorry about the positioning of the video. You guys didn't get to see the board until the end, but hopefully you guys were following along. There's a quiz later. 8 high is good? Is that what just happened? 8 high? Cool. Haven't made any hands in a while. $51 players left in the $100 event, which means we get a little ladder. We guarantee $244 in that event. Good spot here. Come on, don't fold. Yes, for $41. That's a flip. No, come on. What is this? How do you find tens with less than 6 bigs? Unreal. Unreal. Jack 7. Jack 10. All right. You got to call a lot of hands here, buddy. Nope. Must have been a bad one. We're all in here. Queen or Jack, please. Queen or Jack, please. Thank you. And that's trips. GG, guys. GG in the heads up event. That was definitely a fun one. We collected 43 bounties, $43 in bounties in that second buy-in. And I don't remember how many in the first buy-in. So profited a little bit. I guess we made the money in that one, right? Because I think we collected over $20 in the first one and over $20 in the second one. That counts as a cash. Counts as a profit. So we cashed both of these events, I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and say we cashed both of these events. Still playing this one. About 16 bigs. Out of there with the 8-3 off. 51 players left, currently sitting in 33rd place. Definitely a fun event. The most fun event, I think, personally, for me, in the MICOOP. What do you guys think? Was that interesting? Should PokerStars consider adding more of these to the schedule? Good stuff, I say. Let's see what happens here. Such a large raise. Why so big? 3.5. I'm sure this looks nitty, but like, I don't know what these people are doing. Maybe that's just his standard raise size. If he had made it 2x, I was gonna rip it, but 3.5. Didn't realize blinds were going up so quick. Down to 13 bigs. 49 players left. No pay jump until 35. King 6 suited seems pretty close, pretty borderline. 13 bigs. King 8 suited, definitely going in. How are you feeling after 8 days of marathon streaming? Pretty tired, man. It's quite the grind. But it's been really cool. I'm glad I came out here. Shout out to all 918 of you guys tuning in on a Monday evening. Hope this has been an enjoyable, chill start to your week. I'm just watching the playback. Watching the ace king versus tens. Dagger in the heart. If we win that one, things are looking up for sure. The heads up turning only one of the night? No, as you can see, Mark Wilson. Got to find a shovable hand here, though. Passed up a couple ones that probably could have been shoves. The ace-6 suited, for example. This guy tends to raise pretty big no matter what. So now that I see that's kind of standard. I would like to go back and jam my ace-6 suited, but we're still alive. Jack 8, not going to do it. King 7, not going to do it. I see we got up to 1,165 people watching the stream at one point. It's interesting. It's always interesting how people, when there's a 5-minute break, they're like, nah. Could be like deep in a tournament. 5 minutes? Pfft. Bye. Ace King. And so begins the march to the final table. Courtesy of the Ace of Hearts and the King of Clubs. Let's do it. I'm all in. Triple up. Or almost triple up. All in. Get some flopping air. Get some poker sucks. You guys have nothing. You guys are done. Easy. Watch this ace. Watch this. Okay, never mind. Don't watch. Look away. Look away, guys. Look away. That is it for the MICOOP 2021, the first ever MICOOP on PokerStars Michigan. It was fun. It was exhausting. We got 6 cashes. For this one, we win $244. $144 profit. Could not attain the riches. Could not get rich quick. Could not get rich slowly. Lots of small cashes here and there. What can you do? I definitely have some improvement to potentially try and find a coach to help me with. Thanks, Preston Curry, for getting in here at the end. Had to be here for the end. Good luck and safe travels when you go back home. Thanks, my friend. I'll see you in the Hand History Lounge. Member of the HHL is Preston. Thanks for the $5. Guys, this was a fun week of streaming, like 8 or 9 days in a row. I lost count somewhere along the way. But good times. Hope I was able to provide you guys with some chill poker entertainment for your evenings. And you guys definitely kept me company while I was on the grind here, partaking in this first major poker tournament series in Michigan. Good times, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's go full screen one last time. Back to Vegas. Well, actually, tomorrow, Stapes, Hardigan, and myself, we're going to be broadcasting the replay of the main event final table. And that'll be Cards Up. And we'll be chatting about it. And they invited me. It was very kind of them to invite me. So we'll be firing off on that, I think on the PokerStars Twitch channel, probably. So look out for that tomorrow evening. If you want to check that out, I'll be there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys from Las Vegas. I know a lot of you guys are asking about the vlogs. Time to get back out there and make 1 or 2 at least. Fire up the vlog machine again. This weekend, there's a charity event with Junior Achievement for Southern Nevada that I'm going to be partaking in. We're going to do a stream with Phil Hellmuth, Brad Owen. The three of us are going to just ask Phil a bunch of questions. More to come on that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff if you want to get more info on that. But that's on Saturday, and then Sunday there's a charity tournament, $100 buy-in, $50 rebuys, but only for people in Nevada. So I know that's not a lot of you guys. If you are in Nevada, shoot me a message. Would love to have you participate. Guys, good night from Michigan on this channel, at least tomorrow. Main event, final table, and then back to Vegas. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. Stay well.